Hi, welcome to Loft 801. My name is Diego, and today I'm talking about a movie that everyone seems to love except for me, Midsommar. Ariaster's film is a paradox. It's a horror film steeped in sunshine with an operatic breakup whose narrative choices feel frankly boneheaded. Quick heads up, this review will contain spoilers as I go over things I liked and things I didn't like. Also, I want to thank Christina for requesting this review. I appreciate it. The movie opens with Dani absorbing an unthinkable tragedy, her sister's murder-suicide. This plunges her into a raw, destabilizing grief. She clings to her checked-out boyfriend, Christian, and tags along with him and grad student friends, Josh, Mark, and Pelle to Pelle's Swedish commune for a once-in-90 years midsummer festival. Daylight dictates everything. Cheery folk rituals evolve into ritual genocide, cultural studies curdle into exploitation, and disappearances pile up as the Harga steer Dani toward a May Queen coronation, sexual rites, and a final purging by fire. All of that is coherent as a descent into madness structure, but the movie repeatedly demands that smart modern characters behave like they've never seen a red flag. After the Stupa, everyone chooses to stay. That is stupid character writing. Not just that, everybody pushes and breaks the rules with the Harga even after witnessing their murder death cult practices. Josh secretly photographs an off-limits text. Mark pisses all over a sacred tree. Dani and Christian drink hallucinogenic tea. More importantly, when another outsider, Simon, goes missing and his girlfriend very clearly states that he would never abandon her, nobody thinks to search for him or leave. Horror movies don't need airtight logic, but the setup of college researchers clashes with the reactions the screenplay denies them. From an allegorical intent of a woman exiting a toxic relationship with her chosen family, the finale lands. However, the characters in this movie don't make any meaningful decisions and are driven by the plot and not the other way around. This movie tries to capture the same grief coil Hereditary had, and it just comes off as hollow. Tonally, I think this movie has a good blend of unnerving slow ritual horror. A lot of the eeriness and unease are driven by the setting and the score. I love the symmetrical frames, steady movement, and camera placements that make the commune feel like a diorama under glass. I love the clarity, pastel palette, blooming whites, and long takes that deny relief. Even the drug vision with warped micro movements feels alive and wrong. Even though it's daylight, you can't help but feel that something's not quite right. If the cinematography is the film's light, then the score is its shadow. It adds dread to the atmosphere and perfectly avoids jump scares. I love how the score mixes with the diegetic music the villagers perform. It's full of low, thrumming drones, scraped strings, and chorals that blend in with the Scandinavian rituals. With the sun-bleached frames, the score is our biggest clue that something is wrong. The score elevates the film, Dani's emotions, and keeps us on our toes, filling in the gaps the character decisions leave. I don't have any complaints with the casting. I think all the actors did a wonderful job, their characters were just written poorly. Florence Pugh is the anchor of this movie. She portrays heart-rending loss very well. Pugh explained in an interview that she abused herself so that she could portray the emotions we see. She claims she would never put herself in another role like that, and I think that's a testament to how well her acting in this movie is. While I hated the decisions her character took, I was impressed with how Pugh portrayed her anxiety, stress, and panic attack. From her final cry of despair to a smile, she was flawless. The guys in this movie were deliberately unheroic for the worse. Again, the actors all do a good job. Jackreynor, Williampoulter, William Jackson Harper, Archie Madekwe, and Elora Torchia, you did great. I hated how Christian was a damp squib masquerading as a partner. Mark was a rude tourist. Josh was blinded by academic ambition. We're supposed to relish in their comeuppance, but as people, they're thin, which feeds the sense that the plot turns them into caricatures. So in the end, I don't relish their comeuppance, I'm just frustrated with them. The supporting cast for the Harga is perfect. Everybody 110% looks the part. I admire director Aster for keeping the cult white, pale, and completely Scandinavian. They blend perfectly with the setting and their culture of incest. The cult actors were wonderful at boosting the eerie tone. It almost felt like they were wearing masks with the way they hid their true emotions beneath smiles, chatter, and laughter. I have zero complaints with their acting. Pacing-wise, this movie is very slow intentionally and unintentionally. By placing an emphasis on the ritual over plot beats, Aster lets ceremonies play out in full. This is fine. The daylight dread kills some of the momentum. There's no place to hide. This is also fine. Our protagonists are extremely passive. This is not fine. Because our characters don't make any meaningful decisions, they completely flatten the pace by draining any urgency out of the film. I'm a huge fan of lengthy movies, but if the direction is lackluster, then there's no justification for the runtime. Running for 2 hours and 28 minutes, this movie is a slow burn that feels like it's stalling rather than suffocating you with its narrative. I understand why people love this movie. Unfortunately, I am not one of them. Midsommar is the rare film I admire far more than I enjoy. The craft is undeniable, breathtaking cinematography, immaculate production design, and a shape-shifting score that becomes the movie's shadow. Florence Pugh gives a ferocious, career-making performance that deserves all the praise. But the screenplay undercuts everything. Characters make choices that only serve the ritual conveyor belt, urgency leaks out of the story, and the long runtime feels like pageantry stretching thin plot threads. As a breakup myth, staged in blinding daylight, it's conceptually bold, but as a character-driven horror narrative, it's frustratingly hollow. For me, it's a gorgeous diorama with hollow puppets, impressive to look at, exhausting to live in. I'm not opposed to watching this movie again. I'm sure I'd appreciate it more with a rewatch, but as things stand, I wouldn't recommend this unless you're a die-hard horror or A24 fan. Thank you for listening to my review of Midsommar. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and hit subscribe. If you did not enjoy the content, I'm gonna put you in a bear suit. As always, I would love to read what you have to say, so leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Also, if there's something you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know and I will do my best to get to it. Christina, again, thank you for the request. Lastly, if you want to see some more from me, then you can check out my vlogs linked up above or my podcast, Good Friends. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Diego and I will see you next time.